Yeah, and you already know it's with the culture, by the culture, for the culture. It's myself, Lippy.
Tricky.
Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to watch previous episodes. Now today, we're going to be speaking about the UK industry, kind of how it's grown and kind of what we feel about it and like how it's been for us. So for me personally, I'm going to be 27 soon at the beginning of October. My first kind of UK, my first kind of experiences with urban music. It wasn't UK music, you understand? My dad's a music man, a lot of rap in the yard, Tupac, Big
Yeah,
B,
all of that, all
you
of
understand?
that. That's
So,
effects. You
yeah,
don't remember that,
I don't, I'll be honest.
See, come on, bro.
was
Ghetto
gonna lie.
Boys.
I was gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie.
Ghetto Boys.
I'm
Yeah,
young,
well,
Tricks, I'm
there
young.
you go. Carry on.
But yeah, but I remember kind of when the garage kind of when I started realizing, hold on, this is guys from here chatting on this track, and kind of it'll be like Heartless Crew, Pairs You Go, Cartel, them kind of man. But the first people to kind of be in my heart, to be like when I'm watching the video, I'm wishing I was there. It was So Solid Crew, man. So Solid Crew. You see it? It was like what? I think it was 03 when their album landed. We was what, in year 6, K-Dot, year 6. And I don't even think it was 03, it was probably 02.
It was before that.
Probably.
Yeah, it was like 02, so it was like year
Probably.
5 or 6, so it was youth, man. But when when you kind of first get in your personality and your image and you want to be like this footballer and that, you don't want to be Power Rangers and all them things there no more. It's all about real life. So Solid Crew gave us that kind of thing, 21 seconds.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. What I was saying to you before, I kind of we wasn't getting along at them times. Like we didn't get along with So Solid one bit. But if I was honest, even now, man knew every lyric. It's like, bruv, man was in there like,
man was in school.
I knew every lyric. Like,
man was in school, like, man would come to school, like, fam, man's Harvey, man's Romeo, man's Asher D.
Even now, it's not common to see like, you got like 6, 7 and that, but you didn't see like 10 man, like a whole squad just come through all on the scene at once.
Yeah, no, but that you
before.
see, like, subconsciously, it's like I wouldn't pinpoint and say, yeah, I looked at them and but there's things that we're watching. As I said, I don't know what video you was talking about, and I was like, nah, man, when they were just coming with videos that were just killing it.
Bro.
And we weren't even doing music these times, and obviously man's got a hate for these guys. Man's like, you know what, like, whatever, man, like,
bro.
But when you're watching a video, videos class. I'm not gonna lie, them man had guys running around the hoods thinking they want Audi convertibles. Man was like, no.
Audi TT.
Man was like, no. And we're street niggas, so we're kind of matching up to that on the roads anyway, saying, you know what, them man want to do that. All right, cool, we're gonna go and do this. But yeah, bro. But we're not. You're subconsciously taking in what they're doing, bringing that whole gang vibe to places and like the whole culture and that. As you said, like, they were the first man that was kind of rolling up in places with like 30 man.
Mobile stage or Brit Awards, or it is 30 man on stage.
Yeah.
30 man.
Yeah, you don't see that again. Man got there with 6 man, bro.
But yeah, kind of with So Solid, that kind of showed us that the UK, we do this as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they killed it, and to me, I wouldn't say this before, so it's good that I can talk now. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Mega Man took the whole business level and everything, and even showed man like from a different sort of angle. Raw, there's proper business in this, like, because obviously everyone can see that this guy's the businessman. Do you get what I'm saying? And he's just running. He's bringing this whole that Jay-Z vibe to the table, that gangster and the business side, and you can't beat that.
And they saw him as boss as well. Like, they saw him as big bro. Like,
and no one else was doing that. I'm not stunting on them, but a Pay As You Go wasn't doing that. This person wasn't doing it. You catch individuals that were like a Wiley or a Skepta. Do you get what I'm saying? But teams weren't doing that.
Back then it was like Dizzy and like Titch and that.
Now the grime scene, you see the whole put it this way, the grime scine.
Titch was standing at. Titch was standing at like a sore
grime
farm,
scene
Titch was.
They got So Solid Crew to thank.
Trill.
So Solid
get what I'm
Crew
saying?
started that whole in the music thing. They were the first to have like that crew to come as like
Yeah,
you
that's
feel me?
that's my point.
So
like Titch was Titch, him
Yeah, yeah.
on the ones.
but from
Do you get
So
what I'm
Solid
saying?
Crew, you got the Roll Deeps, Nasty, SLK and that. So you get me. So that
See, I
was the
didn't know-
next
I didn't
thing.
know- I didn't
And get
know
me,
none of them-
Patrick,
none
you're
of them things
old
there.
man. You're
No,
old
I
man.
didn't know none of them
Listen.
people, man.
So yeah, after So Solid,
I knew of them, so I wouldn't disrespect it.
but like I said, you know what it
But
is?
go on, yeah.
Do you know what it is? I'm going to go back to what I was saying. You see the way grime was to you kind of thing? It's kind of the way drill is to man. Like, man's kind of past the youths that's doing it kind of thing. So you see when grime was going on,
I didn't think that I was past it. I just didn't like
but
it.
you just weren't fucking with it.
No, and that's that. And I didn't think I was past it. Like as I said, people like Marks will always say, "Yeah, bro, I was a little fan at one stage, and I like this and I like that."
Now, I'll
And I
be
was like,
honest.
no, I don't
That's
like
like,
that shit.
that's what kind of moves man on to my next point. It's kind of like, So Solid Crew kind of had like the kind of professional vibe and in the music videos and the special effects and Audi TT and album and singles like, and then it kind of got back to basics with grime. Grime kind of is when it kind of went back to their roots. Man were making the tunes in their bedroom and that man were just popping up. All Titch and all these guys, they weren't found by no labels, you understand? They were just killing it in their areas and on DVDs. Yeah. That's who I should have big up. After So Solid Crew, more Fire Crew. And that was when we was in year 6. Man can't tell me we weren't in year 6, because I remember that was just before high school. And again, that was like, raw. They're like the So Solid Crew, man.
So Solid
But
started
they're-
it,
but
and then
they're
More Fire got me
just-
like,
they
you know
just
what, I might
gutted
have
it
to
off.
do this, man.
They gutted it off,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You see it, man,
yeah.
in the Avrix, and then
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
more raw.
yeah.
Like I'm
R6s,
around, I see man
that
like
was-
this
yeah.
on like where I live in that. You understand? So it's
Yeah.
more, man could attach ourselves to it more.
But
You
I think
understand?
even now, that's why like songs like Pow, when Bizzle came out, like those that's like transcended to a load of generations.
Nah, of course, bro. All these things, it's like without the thing before, they couldn't have had this. Without Pow, if there wouldn't have been Pow if there weren't 21 seconds. You feel me? There wouldn't have been Pow. There wouldn't have been something if there weren't Pow. You understand? So it's like again, it's all these put it this way. You know what we had after Pow? What killed grime? We were just talking about it. Gigs talking the hardest. I'm not even trying to take the piss. Giggs' era was so peak.
You went.
I'm not even gonna
straight
speak
and
about grime.
exactly how it
Bro,
went. You know,
that's
cut all
it
the
is.
corners,
Fuck
but went
with
bang.
G.
So Solid.
It was bro.
Pow.
Yeah, Pow.
Talking the hardest.
Gigs,
Yeah.
talking the hardest.
Yeah,
From that happened,
yeah.
man said, "Whoa,
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
to me, darling."
Yeah.
Bro, what?
Because before that, it was probably around the Power times, and then we're doing like our little music behind the scenes and putting out our little mixtapes and
But do you know what it
giving
is?
them out in the hood.
But-
Talking the hardest was the first to us, like
That's what exposed that
everywhere.
scene. That's what exposed
everywhere,
the scene.
every
can't lie, back then-
bashment dance.
Because like Pow wasn't the first grime tune, but that was the grime tune that introduced it to the mainstream. Same way Talking the Hardest showed, look, we're rapping slow as well. We're not all just doing this 140 BPM thing. You understand? And from Giggs' period, I'll be honest, fam. Me personally, I don't think we'll see another prime like that.
No, 100%.
That was
killed it.
R9,
100%.
Zidane,
100%.
Messi.
and
Bro.
and that came at a time when that was our only person, in my eyes, like coming from the street. That was the only person to back. Do you get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
that was
nah,
the
of
first time. That was the first time we actually got there. Like obviously with the Soul Solids and More Fire Crew, we're kind of getting there. Do you get what I'm saying?
Giggs
with
was the guy to say, yeah.
we got there.
Do you know what
That's
it was?
us, bro. That's why I always
Giggs was
tell
the-
people
do you know
like
what it was?
Giggs is us,
Giggs
bro.
was the first one. No one was ashamed to be a Giggs fan. No one. You play Giggs on
Everyone,
your,
bro.
You blaze
That was
Giggs
the
out
first,
off your
and,
phone
and you know what
or
it
your
was?
car.
Like he even made grime people feel comfortable.
Bro, he
Do you
killed
get what
the
I'm
scene.
saying? So he got them. He got the rappers. He got the streets. So when all of these guys are dealing, and this is why, as I said, when these guys are dealing with the industry, when that time came and Giggs took over. So remember, Giggs is going like 5-10 years without even blowing. So what's he doing while he's not blowing? We're holding him because the streets, he's dropping his tunes, but it's not. It wasn't nothing to. No one wasn't. No
The
one
only person
wasn't.
I knew that had mad distribution that I heard about was like man like Mike GLC and things. He
But
had
bro,
the
Yeah,
to
that-
distribute like.
But bro-
maybe
But fam,
his-
I'm not
his
trying to
thing
take the
went
But I'm
piss.
not
fire.
gonna lie.
Bro, I'm not
gonna
It
lie.
was the most fire, but
But bro, you
distribution
wouldn't have
side of it-
known who Mike GLC was if it weren't for gigs. How about that? I could say that about every rapper. Young Spray, all
I'm
of
not
the
gonna
G.
lie. I didn't.
Bro,
I'm not gonna lie. He wasn't a person that I'll ever sit down and listen to. Like, so I'm not gonna sit here and go on like, I couldn't name you one Mike GLC track. He might say, oh, the same for you, bro. Well, so be it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I don't mind about that. I hope you don't mind. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that guy, one thing I wouldn't lie about, he was a super grinder. And this guy we used to be going like Selfridges and see this guy like at Foot Locker grinding, and no disrespect, like, but just out there grinding on these ones, like, you get what I'm saying, and making money. And he was one of the first man, why you mentioned his name, that, and this is all from my view. I don't know about all of my other guys, but from what I kind of saw, he was the first man that showed man about even the street hustle.
Yeah.
That do, like, get your CDs, take your CDs here. So there's no disrespect. I just never listened to the guy. Like, but he showed man first about the hustle. Gigs was more,
just making tunes
Gigs was
about
much
that.
more mainstream.
Yeah, but-
Do you get what I'm
He
saying?
didn't really
And
make
Gigs
it
was
mainstream.
always on the hills of like the Wileys and the Dizzies and that. I'm going in that direction. I'm on the hills of you, man, because I'm trying to get the industry. I've already got the streets. That's why you said when the Soul Solid and when those guys went down,
the roads never had them.
the roads never
Yeah,
had
the
them,
roads
bro.
never
We
had
had
them.
gigs.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
had
yeah.
gigs for years, bro. Don't
Yeah.
watch that. Make one or make Look What the Cat Drug did. Make this, that, and the other. Make Monster Man. We
got
got
you.
you,
We
bro.
got you.
We got you.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
get what I'm saying? So anyone else is gonna do that, you better make sure the streets.
You know what it is? But
Like
he
we
had
him
us.
until he was ready.
He had us.
100%, that's why Giggs was us, bro.
When Giggs came back and made a mixtape, it was
Fam, when I first
like,
heard
but it is
Pain-
just the people.
when I first heard Pain in
Cuzzy.
Essence, yeah.
Bro,
That tune,
bro.
that
G.
is of the fan.
I'm
Bro,
the-
I heard Talking the Hardest, and then I heard
Bro.
I think it was when I heard the album Walking Apart. Remember that track? Remember that track? Bro, the video.
Fam,
Everything,
fam,
fam. Everything,
Bro.
fam.
And I'm not gonna lie, you see, for us, we've always from old school, we've always said, you know what? Who's the Peckham guys have always been the closest. So when I saw them, I saw me, bro. And that was the first time, like, do you get what I'm saying? You don't really get that. I don't get that a lot. When Giggs made Talking the Hardest, I got that. When Tiny made Pass Out, I got that. Cause you get what I'm saying? Because that was the next level of music. When Pass Out came, you
know what it was? You know what it was?
Do you catch
I
we've
hear
done the
it.
good changes? The
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Solid,
yeah, yeah,
pow,
yeah, yeah.
Giggs,
But I think-
Pass
No,
Out.
do you know what
Pass Out was on the
was?
next level. Next level.
Crossover, Bashy, fam. I think
Bashi.
helped.
Northwest.
I bet he.
Do you reckon?
Shout out to
I think he
Bashi.
helped Tiny
Bad
crossover
man.
still.
Bashi's the hardest.
But
He was my
Bashi
favorite. I was
was-
just about to say that.
Bashi was like.
No, he was. I
Bro.
reckon he was. I reckon he was
Bashi.
dope.
But then
Bashi.
but he had the sweet boy thing.
That's what I'm
lollipop
saying.
thing.
Yeah, but that's why
But then Tiny Temper
I reckon he
busted
was
after
dope.
that.
But he was like a put it this way, you see those guys, because they were sweet. I was
Temper's sweet though. But Temper came with that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it
but
weren't for man
Pass
like
Out was
Bash
a banger,
No,
man.
but you know what it is? This is what I'm
That's
saying.
what I like. I didn't like Tiny Temper
it
with
was.
Wifey. I don't want to hear
You're right,
Wifey.
innit? But
Like,
remember though,
but
K-Dot, Bashi come from Graham. We used to hear Bashi on Graham dubs
Yeah,
with
we did.
SLK.
But why
man.
I'm saying that you couldn't
So,
put,
nah,
but why I'm
exactly.
saying you couldn't put Bashi up there is because
you have to-
Nah, no, do you-
no, but not in that caliber.
Nah, but listen, man,
you spoke about
no,
So
nah,
Solid.
listen, no,
you
but
spoke
listen,
about
listen.
a Lethal Bizzle.
Nah, but let me
you
just-
spoke
no.
about a Giggs.
No.
You spoke about
no, but let me justify it from my point
Come
of
on,
view.
Bashi in
Nah,
there.
let me
Even
justify.
sounds
No.
wrong.
Let me justify it from my point of view, yeah. Because again, regional thing, you know, fam, the culture, yeah. Man's from Northwest, innit? Northwest London, yeah. You know how this thing was. Grime, man was very biased in it. Like it was only Flirter D, Scrap Star, like them kind of guys we was dealing with in it, because they was from where we was from in it. So from Bashi was from there, and like you said, he was started making them kind of sweet kind of tune, because it was him. We accepted it in it, so he kind of prepared us for a man like Tiny Temper. Cause I'm not gonna lie, without Bashi, I'll be kind of think one thing I'll give Tiny, that Pass Out tune was the first kind of moist tune, not moist tune, but the first like kind of like party kind of tune that man accepted like from the roads. And again, that's car Tiny come from grime, innit? He didn't just pop up out of nowhere, pass out, tune, banging video and that. You saw him he was with I think Aftershock or something, the North London people there, man. He made his little.
See,
You get me?
Tiny's
That's what I'm saying. You
history
don't know,
of
fam,
music. I
because you're
know
not
his
a grime
history
man, G.
Of like him being Tiny, obviously, because we like.
G, you had.
But I don't know his history of music. I don't know that. I didn't
know
even know
his
that he
history
was
still.
doing shit with fucking Bashi. Has he ever done? As you said, did you say that?
Nah,
just
I
now?
don't. He didn't do tunes with Bashi.
Oh,
But Tiny come
but
from grime. He was the
set
same
pace
kind
for-
of man.
Yeah, I get you.
He was that
See,
kind
I
of
don't
man.
know. You're schooling me on grime,
See,
man.
I'm a grime man.
This is like grime school.
Well, I
like.
used to be.
Do you know what I'm
anyway.
saying?
Grime-
Yeah.
Grime's different now, but even the fact that Grime's still going on, like I was a grime fan.
But
And
me, I know the kings in it, bro. So if I hear you talk grime, I want to hear you talk about Dizzy Rascal. I want to hear you talk about Wiley. I want to hear you talk about.
bro, I'll be honest.
who else is there?
Bro.
I'm
I'm
Skepta's
bro,
like a
bro.
grime man, innit?
Fam.
Skepta, Lethal
How
Bizzle.
have we not mentioned Dizzy
Like-
Rascal, fam?
Yeah, I hear that.
How have we not mentioned Dizzy Rascal? Boy in the corner.
Yeah, that was the game changer.
That was the game changer.
That was a
Bro.
That
oh.
was a ridiculous.
And I'm not
Bro.
gonna lie, because he was like, he was like, you know, you see, anywhere you're from, like, if it's close to you, you hold on to it.
Yeah, that's
We
why
was like
you
that.
had that.
So he
You
was
had
like
that.
a little East London,
Yeah,
because
you
in
had
East
that.
London,
Yeah,
we was
yeah,
like,
you had that.
these owls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't even live in that.
Dizzy.
Like,
Do you know what it was? To
Boy in the
backtrack-
corner, game changer of
to
an
backtrack,
album.
that was in between 21 Seconds and Pow. It was 21 Seconds, Dizzy Rascal.
Wasn't it? What did you say? I don't know. When you
Yeah,
say it's
nah,
after
it-
Pow.
Nah, no.
What
nah,
did you
it
say
weren't.
it's after
Definitely
Pow?
not. Definitely not.
No?
Definitely not. Dizzy Rascal, he was the guy to kind of, it's grime now. It's not what.
See, but that's what I'm
Soul
saying.
Solid
But
Crew
that's a
was doing
mad
wasn't
disrespect,
grime.
because I think if you bring up that guy and you think of in the mix of all of that, you have to talk Wiley.
No, but again, I'm not mentioning he's not started it, but again, he's the guy. Giggs wasn't the first UK man to rap slow. But
Oh,
he's
yeah,
the
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
to show it.
Yeah,
you see it?
yeah. I
So
get
from
you
you
now, I
clicked
get you.
on Giggs
I get
talking
you.
the hardest.
Yeah.
By the end of that day, you know about 7 other
Yeah,
artists.
yeah.
That was the same with Dizzy.
Yeah.
So I got Boy in the Corner. Oh, Wiley.
Yeah.
My man, God's Gift.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's the other man with the deep voice, Rico Dan.
Yeah.
All of these guys
Yeah.
and Rare Tear, and then.
Yeah.
So by the time
See, but I know all them
so
names. I know all
exactly.
them
So by the
names,
time
100%.
Pow and all these things came about, you're like, oh, that's my man on the dub. That's my man. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Soul Solid Crew started that familiar, that when you know a man. Because you didn't really know a man. When I used to know garage tune when I was a youth, I didn't know who it was and that. There weren't lyrics on the tune. I couldn't come and tell you lyrics on the tune. I have to come and hum the tune and them thing there. But when Soul Solid Crew came, I could say, yo, did you hear my man's verse when he's talking about red is my best colour? Did you hear my man's verse? Did you get me? Like I said, when man was saying, my man's...
Bro, I didn't like
Again, because
them,
man was
like,
young.
but
Because, I was
I
like
knew
10.
every lyric,
I was like
bro.
10, bro.
I
I was
wouldn't
like
lie.
10. So again, man's more or less idolizing these guys, innit? I can more or less say that my mannerisms is based off all these characters. You understand? The guys in my ends. Romeo and the Soul Solid Crew and that, and
Yeah,
by the
not mine,
time,
bro, not
by the
mine.
time, because again, you was a big man by then. You understand? But all I saw was
I weren't. I was just
all
old
I
enough
saw
to know
was like
about.
Ja Rule and that. Then all of a sudden, I'm seeing a bro that looks like me,
Man said he
dresses
like
like
Romeo,
me.
you know,
I'm going
man.
because fam, that's
No,
why,
bro, I wasn't doing
But bro, tricks. That's why. Not even to skip forward. Even man, if man's to, again, what's the phenomenon now? Drill. That's why it's so powerful. Cause these drill artists, they just look like any other youth. They're not there in the... When I was watching 50 Cent standing with his Lamborghini and that, I knew that could never be, man. But when a youth's watching Lowski on his block, just on the stairways with his youth them, man looks outside, hold on, I got that, bro. I do that every day, fam. I like him. He's like me. You understand? So, again, even guys like Giggs, certain man didn't really have that. They couldn't really relate to the grime guys, innit? They couldn't... I know a lot of men that was like that, innit? Older guys that weren't really feeling
I
the
couldn't
grime.
relate to none of the
See,
lyrics.
that's what I'm saying. So
Man
when,
say, "Oi,
so when
oi."
you, but when
Yeah,
you
it's
saw
like,
Giggs,
fuck.
you're hold on. You're saying
Yeah.
hold on. That guy's
I
like
related,
me. That
bruv.
guy's
That
like
was me, bruv.
Exactly.
He's
And
living
that's
like me.
and that's
Like,
what,
ugh.
that's the game changer, huh?
Huh?
Kano,
Yeah, nah, Kano again.
Yeah, but Kano was
But again,
still,
'cause he's
Kano was
grime,
still on the
it's
on the
grime,
grime side
innit?
of
Yeah,
things.
it's grime.
I do,
Yeah,
and
but
I
I
don't want
think-
people to get onto me. People like, right, don't you know how hard? I
Nah, but you know what it
understand
is? I
how
think
hard Kano
Kano's
is,
first
but that
album-
wasn't me, bro.
But I think Kano's first album was was a game changer too as well.
No, do you know what I liked of Kano?
His first
I kind of got onto him like on Brown Eyes and them thing there.
Yeah, nah, Kano's the streets.
Is that the name of the song? Is that the name of the song, Brown Eyes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brown Eyes.
I got onto him Brown Eyes,
I don't
and
fall in love.
but you know who was my guy?
Tune was
Because we're gonna
hard.
go back to the point of the stages, and you're gonna go back to the gigs part, yeah, of the game changer of gigs and how it brought us into the next point. But if you bring up that, I wouldn't like be a top fan if I didn't bring up Mike Skinner on the streets, bro.
Yeah.
Classic,
Bro.
First album was a classic, bro. And if I proper
Original
think,
pirate material.
I think it was a classic, you know.
It is a
I
classic.
think that was a
It is
classic,
bro. Till this
Bro.
day, I don't skip. I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple.
And
tunes
I'm a
that's
music
bit
man,
mad.
so I don't
But
want people to. I wouldn't
that
want people to.
album-
I wouldn't want people to say like, "Raw, Jiggy don't like rhyme and da 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 da." Bro, I'm a music man though. See him?
He's
See
a
that?
bad boy.
I was going to country, bruv, like that.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
stuff.
My dad bust man them them kind of
No,
tune,
100%. But yeah, let's go back. So
Crazy.
you're saying that it's gone to this stage, it's gone to this stage.
Yeah.
And then we got to the gig stage.
So
what
yeah,
bus
it's
it.
gig
And
stage.
then
So to put it
everyone
this way,
else
no, hear
fell
this.
off. Everyone
No,
else fell off.
No, hear this. And then what happened? Then gigs kind of took a step back, and it was just kind of like grime again. The ends give man the music now. So it was he left the non-mute, so they were the first guys to kind of do the. Remember that there was the gas gang thing against Peckham, and you see all the videos of them. Yeah, and then from that, like I said, it was bare that in the ends, all these DVDs, and again, the only music we had was from the roads, Timber, B Double and that Blade, all of these guys, even you lot, Mugs, Spades. Do you get me? All of that. So it was like,
Not forgetting RA.
yeah, roadside
I had to say that
G's.
twice.
Yeah.
Roadside G's.
That, and you see them for me, yeah. You see when like, I don't know, would you call them grime?
Yeah, they're grime.
That
and
was the first
bro,
grime shit I liked,
bro, because they were talking smack. And they were talking
Bang on the
smack. No,
roadside.
because this is
was
what it is.
really grind though.
Yeah, well, of course it was grime.
You reckon it was
140
really, really
BPM
grime?
music, cuz.
But I don't
G.
think it was
said
It's
140 BPM music.
it's grime, G. It's they're on grime rhythm. They spec on grime rhythms other man was on. Ooh.
You don't reckon they were grime?
It was grime.
Nah,
But they was grime, but they weren't
They
skippy.
had a flow, like, and it was slow.
Did you think they come under the grime list?
Yeah, they were grime. Just straight.
Yeah, I thought they were.
They weren't
I
slow.
thought
RA slow.
They, if you gave me a grime group and said you have to pick one or
Bruv,
die.
RA,
it's them.
Fair enough.
hardest
Yeah.
in grime.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
And
I'm
you know what
sorry.
it was?
And you've been
You know,
I'm
sorry.
and you could imagine what I liked about it. They was the first to me to bring gang to grime.
Yeah, proper
Do you
gang.
get what proper gang?
Not everyone.
Bro, I saw it from a
not-
distance,
not-
bro.
Not
I saw it
man-
straight away. I was like, you
Put it
know
this
what?
way. Do you know what it is? They
Nah,
were
bro,
no,
you
no.
can see it from a
Do you know what
distance,
it was?
bro.
He's
I saw
saying
bare
that
MTV
Yeah.
shit coming on.
Yeah, do you know what it was? It weren't no.
I see
'cause
that.
you
I was like, yeah.
Grime was bare MCs together and that. They'll go to a function, go to a set. Roadside G's ain't going to no set, blood. They're holding their own set. You feel me?
So gang
and they
shit.
were like, they
Even
were
when
the
I saw
first.
like, I don't know if it was their first
Bruv, they were the
video.
first to cordon off the ting, fam. They were the
Yeah.
first to not just be with everyone. Yeah, they made tunes
Them
with people,
to me
but they weren't with
was
everyone.
like the section boys of today.
Nah, they was gritty.
Nah, there was
No. But I'm saying, yes, the way they sit, like how it is. I'm not comparing to them to. I'm just saying, like, in the way they're out there in this sort of era. In them times, that was roadside G's.
alright, fair
Section boys, okay, section boys, like,
I don't
before
know,
would have been
man.
roadside G's.
I don't know.
15 years ago would have been cool roadside, but maybe a bit harder. I don't know. I'm not talking about the street wise. I'm not talking about all of that wise. I'm just talking
Maybe.
like group type. You know what I mean? Don't think too deep. I'm not talking about gang wise, guys. I'm not talking about are they as tough wise? Are they
I'm
all
not
as hard
talking
wise?
about that either. I'm not
Are
talking
they as
about
dope as spitters wise? I'm not talking none of that.
But just-
I'm just talking
Just their
like
position in the game kind of thing.
probably I'm just being what do you call it? Enzist. And I'm just saying because they're from South.
South,
Yeah, more than 6 niggas, isn't it? So maybe I'm just talking like.
Yeah, nah, roadside
But yeah,
G's.
So
So
yeah.
yeah, so now I say we've gone past, so we're in the ends thing. So every area had their little bit. Like South had it, Young's Teflon, Timber, Blade, all of them guys.
And
it
you
was
draw, you have to draw. You're gonna have to draw to coke then, because after gigs blowing
Yeah,
up,
nah, yeah,
that
yeah,
was the
yeah.
next blow up.
Nah, I think
100%, that was the
I
next
think
blow up. There weren't a
kinda
couple
was.
blow ups,
Chip
bro.
and Fetch and that. And
Nah,
then-
man, that was grime. That was
But
grime.
that
That was
was-
grime. That was the
But a
year
blow up
before.
in the industry.
But
Yeah,
After
nah, it was coke.
after
It was coke.
gigs,
It was coke.
Got
It
done
was
walking the
coke.
park.
It was coke. It was coke.
Who blew in that
for
little
one
time?
It was
video,
K Coke.
when
It wasn't
all
even
the,
a-
when everyone from the ends was coming in, like us, this man, that man.
G, put it this way, you know who man I forgive it to as well, even fam. Even Jaja.
No,
he was making, they were making rap music. The PD,
Nah, but
the,
that's what I'm
they,
saying.
like
They
they
were
were,
making
yeah,
actual
and they
rap
were
music.
like for years. And
Yeah, but-
fair enough,
and
it
a
weren't
lot of
really
people, a lot of people that doubted that for a long time. and then
exactly.
came back to it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but that was when, as he's saying, when everyone
Was on grind.
was coming into starting to bring that street shit
Mm.
into music, and gigs allowed us to do that, and then we went in, and there was 5-10 years where we're doing that. So we're not gonna bring in the Wretches and the Chips, because they're in the
The grind, man.
the elite squad. The Wretch, the Chipmunk, the Wiley, the Dizzy, the Skepta, the
Yeah,
Bizzles.
but man-
Even
Do you get
Skepta,
what I'm
man
saying?
ain't even spoken
I
about
hear that,
Skepta.
but my name hasn't mentioned them once yet.
There's
So they
bare
needed to get
people, bro.
mentioned.
There's that. It goes. That's. It's just
No,
like
but
that.
yeah, but what we was doing was pinpointing.
Yeah.
Pinpointing
that-
moments.
Yeah,
I
facts.
can't
Like-
lie, Chip
like-
had a very big moment, fam. Chip had a moment. in
Yeah, but it was
okay,
like it was
did
like
a very big
yeah, but it was like you
when he
know
was in school, when he done the video in
yeah,
school.
exactly.
Made tunes with Chris Brown and
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah, but
100%.
that's not a moment.
100%.
Fam. It is, but it's not.
But
It's-
that's just riding a little
It was-
wave.
it-
Gigs made a game
Yes,
change.
fam.
See, we're talking the hardest. That
Bro,
was a game changer.
G,
You're never gonna forget
what's
that,
that tune
in
with Chris
history.
Brown?
In,
Oh, that champion
that's
tune.
historic, bro.
Nah, that was a moment. That was a moment.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that
moments.
champion thing was a
Like
moment. That champion
Chipmunk
thing was a
hasn't had that. He's
Nah, he did, he
always
did, he
been.
did, he did,
He's
he
no,
did,
but
he
bro,
did.
he's always been there and thereabouts, and he's
Nah, he had
always
a
been.
moment. He had a
He's
moment.
always been doing his bits, bro. But when I say a moment, I mean a historic
Rex had a
moment.
moment, bro.
Okay, then. But who's gonna?
Rex had moments
Who
that
will
was-
remember
he
that
got
now?
So far that he like, carrying the torch and that.
If you ask
Wretch is
everyone,
hard.
if you spoke to anyone, yeah, I believe if you spoke to anyone about the industry, they would skip past that moment because it wasn't a bigger moment
be
as
honest,
when Talking the Hardest
that is
came out,
true, that
or
is
when you
true,
heard
that is
Pow,
true, that
or
is
when you
true,
heard
that
So
is
Solid,
true,
21
100%,
seconds.
100%,
When has Chipmunk had that moment?
Yeah, 100%.
Any of them moments that I'm
Nah.
talking about,
Yeah,
bro?
Yeah. I hear that. I hear
Where?
that. I hear that.
I'm waiting.
hear that.
Shout me, bro. He's been there, and it's no disrespect to Chipmunk. He's been there and he's always done it, but he's never had a game-changing moment. A pass out. When Tiny made Pass Out, that stopped the game and made it all about Tiny for a minute. Tiny's just been chilling for the last couple of years, bro. It made it about him for a hot minute.
Because what was the other
I
tune?
know that much.
What's the
Chipmunk
other
ain't done
tune?
that. He ain't put the place to a standstill.
No, man.
Pow. When Lethal Bizzle and that
Tiny
made Pow,
Temper.
yeah, it put the everywhere,
When
streets
Tiny
everywhere to a
Temper made Pass
standstill.
Out, no. When Tiny Temper made Pass Out, he had like 4 bangers. Like literally, it was like white man music, fam. The one with my man, the other black youth. He bust him, fam. That says it all. Who's the black youth, fam? On the tune with him.
The singer.
Labyrinth. He bust him.
Yeah.
He bust him, fam.
100%, but
He
Labyrinth's
bust
dope.
him.
Labyrinth
He's
is
hard.
Labyrinth
He's
is
hard.
dope.
Labyrinth bust him, no?
Nah, but that's what I'm saying.
I think it was a bit of both. I think they were just working together. I was the one person that was thinking, please stop.
Is
don't ever
Labyrinth
stop
on
making
Pass
songs
Out? He
together,
is
you
in
two.
it. He's on Pass
No,
Out.
they made like
He
4
is.
bangers back to back to back to back.
Yeah, nah, he was the formula. He was the formula still.
Yeah.
He was the formula. So man,
Yeah.
big up Tiny,
Actually,
but Giggs didn't
man,
need a
come back to
formula.
it. Chips moment.
Nah, man.
When he had the thing with Mavado.
That wasn't a
That
moment.
weren't a
It's
moment.
not a historic
That
moment.
weren't a moment.
You're gonna
That
remember
weren't
that
a
yourself, bro.
moment. That was a-
Everyone
you know what it
remembers
is?
when Giggs
That's-
dropped Talking the
that's
Hardest.
personal-
I can't stop making
that's
this point.
personal nostalgia, G. A man that
Yeah.
doesn't like Talking the Hardest can't deny that that's a banger. You feel me?
And that it
You feel
changed
me?
the game.
Simple
Okay, then
as that.
cool. I made a fact.
Simple as
I
that.
wasn't talking So Solid. I didn't like them for shit. Yeah, but bro, could you deny? Am I gonna sit here and deny that 21 Seconds was a big classical banger?
Yeah.
You can't deny it. It's facts, bro. You just look like a liar. It's facts, and it was a game changer. And Chipmunk ain't had a moment even like 21 Seconds has had.
Nah, never.
Okay, then as soon as you say So Solid, you straight away say 21 Seconds. Okay, then Chipmunk, name me a song.
The
The ting. Alright, cool. Allow me. There you go. The ting with Movado, bro. You will say 21 seconds ago. You start whining out.
No, it's not the same.
Historic. If I
It's
say gigs, you'll say talking the hardest. Boom, 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 boom. If I say Lethal Bizzle, you say pow. They've had moments. Chipmunk ain't on that level. That's why he ain't had that moment. Don't get me onto the levels of these guys. Don't do that, bro. I'll give you factos.
What gigs is one like Stack Quo beat?
Huh?
Yeah.
It wasn't even like to say like, alright, it was an original beat. It was Stack Quo.
Yeah, but still, fam.
So it's even bigger.
Exactly. There you go. It's you just,
I ain't even touched nothing. Yeah, I'll give you that. And look what he done.
bro. All the beats he was doing at first, all them boom blast production and all them thing. They set the levels, bro. That's what the music now is. Them man.
Okay,
they started
and
this.
that and
They
all
started
of
this,
that
man.
shit, yeah, and everyone in between with all of us coming and this, that, and the other, and your Mike GLDs, your what's his name? As I said, from you lot's end, Podgy Figures and
Podgies,
all
we're
those
not
guys
from West,
there.
lad. We're not
like-
from West, fam. We're from Northwest, man.
Northwest ain't it the same thing as
No,
West?
man. It's not the same, bro.
You man, we were like your Turkish and Greeks, you know, like
Nah,
when they get
man.
offended, like no,
We're not. You get me? Obviously, shout out to West and that.
Um,
Podgy Figures, yeah, he was.
But
bad,
yeah, but that's the names. These are the names just popping up in my head. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I even mentioned Mike GLC again. Like, I don't know why, because I listened to this guy's shit.
But like I said, fam, put it this way, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Skrilla
Like I
Kids. I remember
said.
Skrilla Kids. They were kind of
Skrilla
cold,
Kid, G,
bro.
Naf Skrilla,
Yeah,
bro.
they were cold. I'm not gonna lie.
He
They
for
came
man
cold.
as a
I was
Northwest
thinking,
man.
these niggas are shining,
man.
bro.
Gee.
And I'm not gonna lie, we only used to watch like Americans and think, yeah, I'm getting that watch, I'm getting that, I'm doing that.
You're
I'm
seeing
doing this.
these, man.
But when you're seeing these, man,
Not
it was
rentals, you
nothing.
know.
Bro.
Not rentals.
We used to investigate, see what the man renting and things or like,
Nah, G.
bro. I'm saying, no, these men are shining. Like, I liked it though, because obviously you're not a hater, so you're just thinking, no, man, I like that.
Yeah,
we
nah.
liked it, bro.
Like again, that's what I'm saying. Everyone in London, out of London, you get me. You get me. The culture's bigger than. Like, I hate that we're just biased, just talking about. But like a man like Miss now. You feel me? A man like.
But missed, and okay, then cool. We're not being biased because if you go along the road and go to your 2010, 2012,
Yeah, we just ain't reaching
2013s, that's when I believe, your up north kind of characters
swear Mike
came into.
GLC's not
Who
from
was them
London,
guys
fam.
who's them guys that done that Coventry song?
Coventry.
And they done the video in Coventry Stadium.
I slightly remember.
COV.
that, you know. Yeah, on Spiff. It was on Spiff TV.
Yeah,
It was
bro.
on Spiff. Even things like
That was
Spiff
the
TV.
first time I heard man from
Even-
out of town. These guys were there from Coventry. Like someone correct me.
Shit.
Like if you can give me the name.
Even things like Spiff TV. Things like I don't even know how we haven't spoken about things like SBTV, Grime Daily, Link Up, platforms. You feel me? Car. That's what Gig started. Fam. He was one of the first man to have videos and shit and just make it and just, it didn't even matter that they weren't popping and that. As long as the tune was like, remember the video to Talking the Hardest? It's just bare man just there, he's just wearing some dirty jacket.
Yeah.
Like, you get me? Just, all that mattered was that what was going on in the video was cold. They showed, man.
Man, I've been doing that stuff.
Yeah, but again, they were the dons to show it to everyone, innit? They were the guys that, for the guys that didn't live in the blocks and that, to see that, this is what Guan's did. They showed that side of the world to the other side of the world. You feel me? When we was in school and that, I remember when I was listening to Talking the Hardest and that, people were looking at me like I'm crazy. What the fuck is that? Listening to all fast grime and that. Bro, 3 years later, it's the same shit. Can't you get me? It's the same thing. It's the same thing, fam. So, yeah, after that, like I said, we had the little ends, whatever, and then that's kind of, we're kind of now. We kind of got to now.
When did the turnaround come then? What would you
What do you
say?
mean?
Like when I say the turnaround, I mean the Kojos, the Husses, the Mists, this, the that.
Like I said, Giggs was the guy, to me, that made everyone feel that they could
there
make
was a-
music and make it,
But there was a
innit?
long time
Babe,
between
but
Giggs'
no-
first tune and maybe like even Culture and shit.
Yeah, but
Oh,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Yeah,
yeah.
bro. Giggs is, when we're talking about Giggs' time, I'm not trying to take the piss. Power and that was probably like, fair enough, man's young and man was young, so man couldn't really say like rave scene and that, but it was like a summer. There was always something else in it. Giggs, the next best Gigs tune, the next best tune on the roads was always a Gigs tune. He was the first guy to just have it.
Yeah, but because
he
it was,
just had it, fam.
Yeah, because it
Mixtape
was
after
kind of
mixtape.
like, that's when everyone kind of thought, F this rap thing, man. And he was surviving. And he was doing it. And when I say surviving, still dropping music, still working. That's why he deserves everything he's got right now. But you get what I'm saying? Still working while everyone's like, you know what, F this, man, I'm going to the streets.
Yeah, to
You
me,
get what I'm saying? I
Giggs
just pump my music in this, and this ain't going too well.
SAS, fam, on the rap thing, they just, well, you was talking about like just grinding it out, fam, and just
Who?
get to the rap thing. SAS, fam.
He was that
They-
South guy.
Oi!
They was the first.
What do you mean
one-
do I remember SAS?
Fam, they was the ones that-
Mega Mayhem.
Fam, they went across.
Bruv,
the
don't
seas,
mug
fam.
me,
They
you
went
know, because you
over
see
water,
Mayhem,
fam.
bro.
They went-
He's
they was
got
the
my
ones-
heart,
They
bro.
was the ones that came with the rap flow.
Mayhem's
No
got
one
my
liked
heart,
them.
bro.
But they
Mayhem's
kept on
got
doing
my
their thing,
heart.
so-
But you know
Killer
why? Do you
flow,
know why?
bro.
Know what? The flow was hard.
And both of them together, Mega and Mayhem, on
bro,
the track, they were
but
making
you know what?
bangers,
Do you know what the
bro.
difference with Gigs
Like-
was? Yeah, they were the only man. Like even shout out to the PDC man and that, but they were
And Mike
still,
GLC,
they
no, not even
still,
Mike
they
GLC,
wasn't.
G-Fresh.
You love Mike GLC,
No,
you know.
fam.
If I hear
said
that
the
name
wrong
one more
name.
time.
I said the wrong name. G-Fresh, sorry, bro.
Yeah, but you know what it is?
Ah, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know what it was about
Yeah.
Gigs? Yeah, Gigs was the first done for me to rap slow and just be unapologetically British. Like there was no American twist to it. It was just
Everyone else
talk to
pretty
me,
much
darling.
had
Rare, yeah,
traces of
yeah,
Americanism
fam.
to
That's what it
them.
was. PDC guys were kind of American. Like you said, SAS guy was and not it wouldn't even be their accent. It would just be the flow and but Giggs' man, there was just straight rare tearing this cane
But you know it's like like that when you
yeah, it's
mention
just
it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It touches you,
Like,
fam. It's just bro. That's what I'm saying. It was so. It was just whoa. It was just whoa. No, because again, grime. Obviously, grime was that. No,
pirate material, that's all that, fam.
yeah, nah, grime was that. Grime was all. You get me? From garage, it was a bit kind of yardy-ish. You feel me? Then grime was just straight British kind of flow. You feel me? Then from that, it's just gigs. Gigs just like we just this flow here is way better. Man can understand it. G, there's about. How much better Gigs mixtapes is there? 4, 5? There's like 60
He's
tune
done
on
the
each of
groundwork.
them. G, I
He's
know
done
like
too much
every word.
groundwork.
Bro,
Yeah.
Gigs,
Yeah.
different.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't talk of Chipmunk the same at any stage.
Bro, you know what the
Like,
realness?
Bugsy.
Bro,
Who?
I don't think you can chat
When
to
who?
him.
He bust Bugsy
Bro.
Malone.
Who did?
Chip.
Fucking made it, bruv.
I can't lie, that clash with Chip busting, fam.
Do you reckon?
Did I'm not gonna lie, he's big. He is quite big, Bugsy Malone. I'm not gonna lie.
He did have his
I think
following
they're
before.
both. I think they're both big. And
Nah,
this is
he
what I
had
keep
his following
saying.
before, but fam, when he sent for Chip, it put Bugsy on the map. Everyone was.
But it
listening
helped
to
Chip
out-
'cause,
Nah,
he was like, as a-
'cause there was a point. Everyone outside of London was listening to shit from London, fam. And that point, the game was always.
No,
London,
but G, this is. Do you
You
know what
had
I'm
that
saying though?
JK and
But
that,
by then,
you
I'm not
did
trying to
the
take the
grime
piss. By then, grime was not. I'll be honest. To me, in my heart, grime is it's not for me no more, innit? It's not my thing. When I was listening to SLK, Flirts and that Scrapstar and all these guys, from Scrapstar stopped making grime and shit and went to rap and I left grime as well, innit? When I heard Talking the Hardest, man deleted every grime tune like that, you know, and it was
Scraps
memory.
used to do grime.
Yeah, blood. He was the best, G, in Northwest. G,
What's Scrap
blood,
Scrap?
Scrapstar.
No way.
Scrapstar. SLK, G.
Yeah,
He was dirty. He was my favourite in grime.
And
I'll
then
show
he-
you. He
and
sent
then when he had
he
that
sent for
graphic
Skepta.
Skepta.
He sent for Skepta. He sent for Skepta. And
No
Skepta
way.
didn't even really want it like that still, car. But yeah, by the time Bugsy and Chip had their thing, grime was nowhere near what it used to be, innit? Nowhere near. You feel me?
Not forgetting the time.
Bruv, it
when
wasn't the
man had
same.
that Get-
No, I
wasn't
yeah,
the
I
same.
can rate him. I can rate him for. I can rate him
Gets
for
had
that
a
because
thing.
I'm not that stupid that I didn't
Gets
clock
had
that
a reign for a while
Chipmunk
still.
He
brought
did,
it
but at
back
the
a
same
little bit.
time, it's not
He
like
brought back grime.
Gets his
I'm
reign.
not that far out.
When Gets had a reign, Gets weren't the only artists you was listening to. When Gigs had a reign, the only artist you was listening to was him or artists
see
you
for
found out
rap,
through
see
him.
for rap, yeah. This is why Giggs has got all of us. He had all of us at one stage.
I'm
And
not
he
gonna
hasn't
lie,
broke
Get
that
Old-
trust. Do you get what I'm saying? All of us. When I say all fellow rappers were Giggs fans.
Yeah.
He was like the one artist that everyone liked. He'd be like, yeah, I fuck with Tricky. And niggas, other than my man would be like, I don't fuck with that nigga. That nigga ain't shit. But everyone liked Giggs. Do you get what I'm saying? Your girlfriend, your girlfriend's mom, your girlfriend's sister, your cousin, you, your brethren, your brother who don't even like English rap. Yeah, I'm feeling that Giggs brother though. Do you get what I'm saying? Like everyone liked Gigs, and that's what I'm talking about, a pinpoint, and that's what I'm talking about, the main man at that time. Like before, as I said, the new batch came, and then the new batch came, and then he was allowed to blow with the new batch. Do you get what I'm saying? The new batch is coming through, and we're gonna give them, and we're gonna make them blow.
You know what it is?
But you're gonna be able to go
all these
through
other
with
guys.
them as
The
well.
way I see it,
And that's when he's got his rewards. Like, you get what I'm saying?
all these other things we're talking about, other than Dizzy Rascal, really, and Wiley, kind of, they came with other men. Even you could say Dizzy Rascal, man, kind of had that love for him because he was associated with Wiley, who already had respect in the game. But Gigs just came out of nowhere, just standalone. The tune was just hard. It just travelled through. Another thing you could kind of say that was a massive advantage to him, was the fact that social media was what it was at that time. So the fact that everybody just had their phone in their hand. Because put it this way, we should have spoke about that with Grime. What did we used to do with Grime, fam? We'd have Grime tunes on our phone and send it to everyone on their phones, Bluetooth, play it on the bus. You feel me?
Love your
you get it?
days.
That's what man would do. So when it came to Gigs now, man had Facebook and all them thing there. So the second you heard a banger, you could post it on your page. All your brethren heard that banger. You couldn't do that before, fam. And am I right or wrong, fam? Dude, you could just say, raw, talk. That's how I heard Talking the Hardest. It was just, people just, and you know how man are when they hear new tunes. They don't act like it's new. They act like they just known about man all the time. So when man first heard Talking the Hardest, you heard Pain is the Essence as well. You heard, because it was from that mixtape. That's the mixtape that dropped. That's what no one understands. Man think Gigs just made a one tune. No, what was the mixtape? I don't even know how man hasn't talked about mine, man. Not Walk in the Park, Dubs, hardest. Him and Gigs are the hardest. Dubs, what's that mixtape, G? That mixtape is the hardest thing, hardest mixtape ever. Any genre, country, anything,
What
G.
one is that?
What's it, G, with Talking the Hardest, Pain is the Essence, we get the thing, you know, G. No, it isn't. That's the album, bruv.
Walking apart
This-
with the album.
All of that was on that. Nah, it was a mixtape.
Yeah, it was a mixtape, and all through the mixtape, they were talking about Walk in the Park, the album. They were talking
Hard
about
Body.
Hard Body,
Hard body.
Hardest.
And it had who's on the intro? Who was on the intro?
My man.
uh,
What the host?
the host. Who's hosting?
Big
it?
Ride.
Big Ride. When he started
That's what I'm saying.
hosting it,
Even that, no one was really. Obviously, people was doing that, but they were the first guys to show everyone. Look, where like they were doing it like how Styles P and them man they was doing it mixtape.
And that's what I'm
They
saying.
all
doing it in a much
fling their
cooler way,
brethren's
bro.
tune on their mixtapes. It was just all about. That was the first. I'm not trying to not to take anything away from any of these other people, but the Dizzies, the Soul
They were the
Solitary.
closest to
nah,
us
but you
to
know
say
what
it.
it
They
was?
were the
Nah, it's not
closest
even
to
that. It was
us,
all
like.
about them, innit? It was all about them. All their tunes, my album, my this, I'm in the video, we're in the video, gigs and that. Do you know how much artists I know because of gigs, fam? I'll tell man straight, G. 90% of UK artists I know is because of gigs. Maybe either because they made a tune with gigs or they made a tune that someone made. They made a tune with a man that made a tune with gigs. And everyone, like I said, everyone will try lie and act like. Because like I said, when man heard Talking the Hardest, I remember just jumping in man's cars and they're just playing other gigs tunes. Like, yeah, what's this? Yeah, you don't know about it, man. Man downloaded that yesterday, cuz. But again, Gigs was the first to have that impact in it, to make that homegrown, to make the first time you heard him, that's my artist, that's my guy, him, that one there in it. His people, them SN, what Gunna D, Kai's, bro, them man there, they changed the thing, fam. All the down to the PYGs, Tiny Boosts. Yo.
It was a full set, man.
It was,
a full
and they were
set.
the first to, like I said, it wasn't
Yeah,
all
the
about
record
them.
label as well, though.
Gigs was always on this.
That was
Bro, they had it, bro. And it's like, they just set us, everything that Guans now has an element of what they were doing. Everything, fam. Even down to the J Husses and them. And when you see the little videos and they're moving nice, Gigs was you see it? He was the guy to make it. And that guy is a madman.
You see like the Kaisers and you see all of them man there, and
Bro, man's top
we
10.
kind of, you draw to it so easy because you know it's true. Like, you get what I'm saying? You know
Bro.
it's got the certification sticker. Like, so you just draw to it. And then once the rap's good, you're like, nah, man, I'm fucking with these guys. And you can feel that when people do things, like when Giggs does it, you feel it's for the people, bro. You feel like you're not even on the track and you feel like you're a part of it.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone
blood.
feels a part of it. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's that's an art within itself. And that, as I keep saying, carried us all the way through to get to where we are now.
Yeah, simple.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of that, bro, carried us through, and that's why you get
no
the rewards.
disrespect to everyone else, but everyone else that was kind of making music in Giggs' period, it was like Giggs' period kind of thing. You feel me? It was like alongside
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why but that's why I'm going past it.
Exactly.
Because
It's
it's
as
like
simple as
we
that.
have to get
Yeah.
to. Let's get to this era
Yeah.
now.
Now-
Like, when I say get to this era, I mean let's get to the era of where the industry is now. Because where it's come from then in like 2010 and to where, remember, you're in 2018, bro.
So
You
hear
get what I'm
this,
saying?
hear this.
Giggs done talking
Hear
hardest
this,
in
hear this.
2006.
Hear this, hear
So
this.
like, you get what I'm
hear this
saying?
then, hear this then, yeah? So let's say we're in like 08-ish, 09 now. Like I said, all them artists, all them other artists that you've heard of through Giggs and that, they've trickled through into the game where they didn't, you wouldn't say they're as big as Giggs, but they have a place cemented in the game. Like I said, you man, Margs and that, Spades. And you'd have Joe Black, Benny Banks.
But you know what I draw? I even draw past us. Like I want to
Nah,
talk
but
about us
you
all day.
can't. Do you know
But
what it is?
No, but why I don't? But I'm saying
Bro.
that all we need to pinpoint places.
no, tricky.
And we was
Fam,
all
you're not
just
listening,
a
bro.
part of that.
No,
You see that Giggs
tricky,
era?
Tricky. Shall I tell you why you're saying that? It's because of your age, bro. You was not watching yourself, cuz. I was watching you, man. When you, man, was 22, 23.
No, but I understand that.
Exactly. So for you, this is what it is, yeah? And a lot of older men don't. That's why you lot see the game different. That's why we see it so different. You lot, what you was doing wasn't as fashion. Like, by the time you was learned, put it this way, it's as simple as this. You see all your guys that you're influenced by, yeah? Any man your generation is influenced by a man that was around them, innit? You see, man, our generation, they were influenced by what we was listening to, the videos we was watching. No one will admit that. But it's the truth, innit? You didn't have that. You didn't sit on YouTube and you can't, you see how I'm naming Bear Man? And you're just there, because again, they're
See,
around
I'm
your
quiet,
age.
bro. I don't
Exactly,
know
because
these
again,
man.
fam, so at the same time, there's probably man younger than me will name. I'm just gonna sit there like, because again, everyone is generational. That's the beauty of the thing. It's generational. So there'll be a whole set of man that will feel a way about certain man. But that's where I'm getting to this point, fam. Giggs, bro, was the one to align everything. You feel me? Giggs was the first UK tune. Talking the Hardest was the first UK tune for me where a youth could have been listening to it and he's 8 years old to a man's 27
Yeah,
in
but
his
we
in
got
his
past
mid-
that
'Cause,
point.
bro,
We got past that
but
point.
hear this,
We got past
no,
that
but
point.
listen, so let man move on. So hear this. So from that, Giggs, he created a persona in the game, an image that people were allowed to be, and other rappers were that image. So they took that role in it. They took that role. So you see all these. So again, we're moving through now. We're moving through. We are basically skipping that point. But what I'm saying, the reason why all them people are relevant is the youths that's making music now. That's who influenced them, fam. It wasn't just Giggs. It was
No, of course
you
not.
get
But
me?
because we was talking about the pinpointers.
Yeah, but this was.
I'm not gonna go and talk about
Bro,
all these
but
these
G,
funny
there
grime
was,
guys.
bro,
and just,
nice. I'm not
and
talking
say
about
that,
grime
he got a
guys.
tune with
I'm
him. It's
talking
like,
about
what the
all
hell?
them. You know, when it was the
But
ends
Bear-
thing. When
but-
it was the ends thing. There was busy blocks. The busy block youths had a
See,
had
but
a
I didn't
thing.
know all
Then
about all of
again,
that.
because
That,
you were
that's-
past that.
No,
fam.
so
You were
because we're
past
talking
that.
about it, because it wasn't in the industry. That
So you're
wasn't in
talking
the
about industry
Think
wise.
about it. That wasn't in
Okay,
the
I hear
industry.
that.
Like I can remember we're talking
Yeah,
about
but talk,
Skepta,
but
we're
bro,
talking about Wiley, we're
but
talking
bro,
about Giggs,
but bro,
and we're going to talk
the
about. Who
hardest
did you
way
just
in the
mention?
industry. Talking the
He
hardest way
just-
in the industry. But again,
No,
but
but
it wasn't though.
what?
That's what I'm saying. So that's
But
what I'm
bro,
saying.
do you know the
Giggs
industry was
Bruv,
here?
you're
Talking the
let-
hardest
You're
was
not
right here.
letting man talk, bro.
Do you know
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's as simple as
It was
this.
independent.
Bro, it's as simple as this. Giggs was the guy that allowed you to have bangers that weren't in the industry. Bro, for about 5 years, all the main UK bangers weren't on TV and that. They were from
No,
YouTube.
but bro-
Am I right or wrong?
No.
Am I right or wrong?
But bro, what we was talking about where the industry's gone and where it's
Exactly.
going.
But it's because
so
of
we're
that.
going off track. What I'm
We're
saying.
not,
Do you know what we
bruv.
need
We're
to
not.
mention as well?
We're
Like
not.
TV, like Channel AKA and Channel U. And then
Fuck
Yeah.
Channel U, bro.
See,
I've
that's what-
always
how
wanted
can
to
you
say
say that?
this,
How
bro.
can you say
Because I
that?
don't give
That's
a
what I'm
shit
saying.
about Channel U,
'Cause
bro.
Bro, that's
Okay, then why can't I say fuck Channel U?
Bro,
From a personal point of view,
Tricky.
let me tell you, bro. Yeah, let me tell you. Yeah, for Bear Man bought me. So if I'm the one, if I'm the one man, I'm allowed to say
Channel
it.
U's done now.
Protect
Yeah,
them. But
it's
this is
done.
what I'm saying, and I don't give
Bro,
a shit.
do you know how much man wouldn't know who certain people were if it wasn't for things like Channel U?
Not
That's
me,
what I'm
bro.
saying.
Not me, bro.
Yeah, but bro,
I ain't been on there.
Bro,
I ain't
this
been
is
on
what
there,
you have to
bro.
understand.
I ain't been on there,
Bro.
So every fan I ever got was through me,
Tricky,
But you
bro.
didn't have to
On the
be
street.
on it, fam. It
Tricky,
was TV.
tricky. You see,
No,
King?
but I've never been on there.
Tricky.
I've never been on there.
Yeah,
Tricky.
so-
You
fam.
see, all them talking the hardest and shit, yeah? Listen, it's as simple as this. Let man finish, yeah? Because it's going to sound mad until I finish what I'm saying, yeah? So let man go through. Listen, is he talking the hardest on all these tunes that we was loving gigs for? He wasn't making peas for that, you know? He was not making peas for that.
Yeah.
But he was getting attention, fam. Who do you think are the people that's got gigs to where he is today, really, fam? The people that aren't from the world he's living, the consumers. We're not consumers. If we like a tune, we're going to go and download it free somehow. A white youth's not going to go do that, fam. They're the people that's got these artists to where they are. So that's what I'm saying. All these other youths, what I'm talking about, Giggs was the first person to show that you don't need to even aim to get a deal. Just talk about your life and you will make it, fam. Because Grime wasn't that. Grime was just Skippy and look at my flow and rare to... Giggs
That's
was
why I
the
didn't
first
fuck
guy.
with that shit,
Exactly.
bro.
Giggs was the first guy to rap his reality and get a proper buzz off it. So because of that, bare other man
I was
did.
telling you, man, this, and
So
you
again-
started talking about Chipmunk,
No,
bro. I was
but-
like,
no,
how?
he started
Like,
talking
how,
about Chipmunk.
bro?
He started
How?
talking about Chipmunk.
Like,
Man did not. So
how,
again,
bro?
so moving through to now. So that's what the music now, all even down to the kind of jiggy Kojo fans and that wave.
Well, then you got the next game changers.
Hush.
Done talking. Like, do
That's
you get what I'm saying?
Hush.
Yeah.
Like
Kojo fans, they're the next phenomenon.
The next
guys.
game changers.
Young Bane.
C-Biz. And C-Biz's track was a game changer, bro. You heard that at your granny's fucking funeral, bro.
I didn't.
Oh, you nutters. What? You didn't hear that C-Biz tune everywhere?
Not more
I
than
didn't.
Chip and my father's tune.
What?
That's bugging.
Are
He's
you
bugging. He's bugging
crazy,
for that.
bro?
He's bugging for that. He's
Oh,
bugging for that.
you're lucky you're one of them man there that's
Bro.
off the camera, bro, because man will be hunting you for this, bro.
What do you mean, bro?
1,000,000,000%, bro. I'll hunt you for this. That C-Biz track here, that was on the levels of...
Nah, man.
So you
But
telling
again,
me-
but again,
Alright, alright.
Probably on the levels of talking the hardest.
let me
not step into dangerous waters. Yes,
stop.
massive.
Stop.
Way
Stop.
massive.
No, listen.
Massive.
Listen.
Do you know what was there?
Blood,
Do you know
tricky,
Suspect
bruv.
FPG?
Are you
and
bugging?
C-Biz talking the hardest and like whipping excursions here.
Nah, G.
I mean,
Listen.
not C-Biz talking the hardest. Sorry, I'm losing myself. C-Biz, the game is mine.
Nah.
Oh!
No, listen. Let
course
me
it
talk.
was. It was a banger for
Let
the
me talk.
streets.
Let me talk.
One of our biggest street bangers,
Like,
bro.
Let me talk.
Like, real
Let me
talk.
talk.
More than
This is where my next point comes in, yeah? And man can't ignore this. This is when certain man's musical opinion started to become biased from the roads, innit? Because you're associated with them.
So
man,
I'm
that's
plain
your
and
guy.
simple. I'm associated with them.
Not.
I don't know. Me and C-Biz have never touched
No,
each other's
not,
hands,
not
bro.
like that. Not like that.
We
not
ain't
like
touched
that.
each other. We ain't
Bruv,
been in the same
Tricky,
room.
Why are you trying to?
But that doesn't
Joe,
mean that I can't tell you that
No,
my
bruv.
man's tracks are
No,
banger.
I'm not talk. It is a banger, but bruv, talking the hardest.
I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
that
I'm
was
not
up there.
saying C-Biz.
C-Biz, the game is mine.
Bro,
that took
bro,
over for
no,
about
one
2
thing,
years.
One
took
thing,
over
no,
all
one
the
thing,
clubs for about 2
one
years, mate.
thing I'll give Biz and that.
You man are crazy. You
Bruv,
man sat here and
yo.
talk about Chipmunk and all these grime
Lad,
man in
man
front of me,
did
bruv.
not mention-
And this is what you're
Bruv,
gonna
yo,
get from me,
but
bro.
bro,
Rap talk, bro.
bro.
Like you man come and talk about Chipmunk and
Bro.
and who's
Bro.
that?
But bro, if you're talking about
like
if you're-
that tune, that one tune is a banger. But how many?
But what one tune?
I'm just saying
what
that
one tune
one
are we
tune
talking
was a
about?
banger and
What
it's a
one
game-
tune
it
are
was
we
a-
talking about?
it was
Now
a
be
game
honest,
changer.
he had a couple bangers, man. What?
Nah, the
what-
game is mine.
what-
I know he's had a couple of bangers, but the game is mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's-
blood.
but that's your
That's
personal
just
one.
a club. Bare.
I'm just
but
saying.
bare-
I'm saying
bro,
that was was a
Nah, it was in the clubs, but
That
that's your
was-
personal
Bro,
one.
bare tunes have been that level.
Bro.
Bare tunes have
Oh,
been that level.
what?
Bare tunes have been
What?
that level.
Like what?
Like you said, done
Like what?
talking and all them things. They get played in
But
clubs,
bro, you're
man.
talking about a big, massive track done talking by Big Ross Clark Kojo.
But
You're
bro,
like-
exactly. But there's a couple.
But that was up there on them levels. The game is
man.
mine was being played everywhere. It was a banger, and it was a street banger,
It was, innit? But
and
there's
it was a
bare-
game
but
changer.
bro,
And you know when the next level to the game is mine came, Suspect FBG stepped in, balling.
Yeah, but
that
bruv,
was the same
but you-
effect.
Yeah, but again.
And then you know what's happened now? Jumpy, like
Yeah,
a
again,
Boswell.
Yeah, but fam,
same effect.
Yeah, no, but bruv, we're
Come on,
going.
bro.
we're-
Don't put Chipmunk and Mavado
Nah,
up to the
blood,
game is
we're-
mine.
Gee, don't try.
Please.
No, but bro, you're trying to stick to that point to win.
'Cause
fam.
that's a
You
fact,
can't-
bro.
No, this is what I'm saying. All them tunes, you just. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even trying to take the piss. You're saying the game is mine is the same as Jumpy. Jumpy's gone, fam. That's gone.
So
that's,
what's see?
No,
if
that
you
was
didn't catch a
gone
Ross
in
Clark
the.
case, that's a different story.
But-
But I'm saying that
Gee.
track there was a banger. You can't
Gee.
deny it.
It was a banger.
It was, but
there
it's
other
not. It
bangers.
weren't gone exactly. There's a lot
That
of.
was gone,
Gee,
bruv.
It
He
was
just weren't able to perform. He could have performed
And
that
that's-
in
that's
every
the
place.
reason
That was
why
being
then,
played
innit?
every.
That's
that was
the
being played.
reason why,
Well,
fam.
we
Bro,
can't-
there's a lot of
but
guys-
that's technical reasons
Bro,
to get into.
bro, there's a lot-
that's beyond his
Bro,
control.
exactly.
All I can do is make a banger,
Bro.
and that's what I done.
bro. You fucking.
You man are sick. You spoke about
Nah,
Chipmunk,
man.
and you spoke
I
about
didn't.
some grime kids that
Bro,
I've
but
never heard of
Grime
in my
was
life.
massive, bro. Grime was.
Okay then,
was a
okay then,
phenomenon.
okay then. So
on lyricism, like lyricism, Wretch is a different level to loads of
Yeah, man.
So
but
when,
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Okay, then. So when was that? Not the no. Well, because okay, then another. Because when I'm talking about these tracks, I'm talking about tracks that everyone will just remember, like Swiss Cry,
Yeah.
bang. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like it just.
That is a deeper
Oh.
level
That's a-
tune.
that's a
That's a
tune.
deeper level.
It's a deeper levels. That's why it didn't go to the clubs and sections. It weren't
Yeah,
for
nah,
you.
nah, that was a
It was just for
deeper level.
everyone to
That was a bad
hear.
boy, that's a
That
serious-
Oh,
That's a generational.
like, and you remember it like that, bro. I don't remember
Powerful
I
these.
think that was like the closing of like that old school era.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. See,
yeah,
now
you
you're getting
closed
on my
it
way.
off. Yeah,
Now
you
you're
closed
getting
it
on my
off.
way.
No, but again,
Hey, swap
okay,
seats
then
with
hear
this
this.
nigga.
So in
Swap seats,
Blood, in that
cuz.
sense, that's what I'm saying. The game is mine. That's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't even know what C-Biz tune you was talking about. Because for me, he had a little period where he was just making bangers, innit?
Yeah, but that
this is what I'm
tune
saying.
was
But
like no
you
other.
like you said, Swiss Cry was a moment, fam. Was the game is mine a moment? For me, that was a game within
Got water over
C-Biz's
there.
moment. But C-Biz's moment, he didn't have it.
I sent Chip and Riz.
Not
Or
like
coke, you
Giggs,
got coke in
man.
there. Yeah, but I'm saying, remember, you're still talking about like tracks like Done Talking and all of that, and da. And then you got your yeah, brilliant. And then you got your the Fredo's 100.
Yeah, that's a mad.
There you go, bro. I know what
that's
I'm
bigger than
talking
CB's
about.
thing.
Yeah, probably.
It is definitely.
Probably. Like, you get me, but that was up there. Do you get what I'm saying?
But that's like,
And
yeah,
then
that's
what? And
I'm
then what was
saying.
it? And then what was the next one? Going along. What came after that? Because Jumpy's our recent one, the recent
like
big
Notes
club
and
banger.
Yeah,
No, it was Correct and Cole. Nah, but we left them out.
What was the Krypton Conan one?
Can't lie, nah, we left them out.
Yeah, that.
Time.
Yeah. No. But no. But you know what? You know what it is. Do you know what it is? But we thought.
The
But
way Kret and Conan came in was different, G. I can't
no,
lie.
but again, they came in.
they
see
came
them
from
no,
old
but-
school.
No, but this is what I'm
and
saying.
They deserve
But that's what I'm
everything.
saying.
But
But
they came
but
in from
Tricky,
old
but
school,
Tricky,
bro.
You
Yeah,
dismissed
dude,
when I was trying to talk about that.
Yeah,
They
because
came in on the
it brings
DVDs
in-
thing, on the
it-
videos
yeah, but-
thing,
but
bro.
that
And
brings-
you said that was
'Cause
irrelevant. That
brings-
weren't irrelevant.
Because that
bro,
brings in
from-
everyone, bro.
Exactly, but-
it brings in everyone.
No,
I ain't got
but-
time.
no, but it's not
We ain't got time
everyone.
to bring
It's
in
not
everyone.
everyone.
Then you
But
start.
bro-
Okay, then put it this way. Put it this way.
bro-
Let me done it. Gigs can speak for everyone. You don't need to talk about everyone. That's why I ain't even talk about myself. Gigs can speak for all. We don't need to speak about all these road niggas and all these men that were rapping and all these. Gigs spoke for
Yeah, but
everyone.
bro, man-
So you say Gigs and you know that it's everyone. That's
bro,
cool.
I'm not-
That's us. It's
bro.
like you speak for Grime. You say Wiley.
But bro-
Wiley can speak for Grime. I'm allowed to. So Gigs can speak for rap. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not on a level to speak for rap, so I wouldn't put my name there. Gigs can. And Gigs can make you have a sentence of cut out everyone else. Do you get what I'm saying? Because there is no need. So if I bring in a Krypton Conan, I have to bring in a Joe, I have to bring in a Benny Banks, I have to bring in a K Cole, I have to bring in a this. Because
Alright, but I
K
can't
Cole
think-
got signed. That was major.
Yeah, but
Do you get what I'm saying? That was major at his time, and that
Nah,
was
I
before
hear you.
all
It
of
is,
this,
innit?
all of their bullshit. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
nah.
that was major.
it was major.
Come on,
was,
bro.
innit? But at the same time, blood,
Over mad
just
thing.
because it ain't like on paper, it don't mean it's not a mad thing, fam.
No,
Because a
100%.
lot of the shit we're talking about,
Krypton
it's not
Conan,
on
what was
paper,
the track
bro.
you was talking about anyway?
No, fam. Krypton Conan came on this thing on a fam. Them.
No, but
No, but what was it?
No,
what was
but
the,
again,
what's the
they
game
didn't
changer
come
track that
in-
I'm t-
Only done was that one on YouTube that got took down.
No,
That's
not
what I'm
the
saying. No,
oldest
it
one.
weren't. It weren't.
I'm thinking
They've
of
been
the,
around for years,
Freak of the
fam.
Week.
I know they
been
have,
I think their
guys.
biggest bangers, Freak
Guys,
of the
please
Week.
don't lose me. Listen to what I'm saying. I know they've been around, but I'm saying their game changer song. What's the Kaboom song?
Freak of the Week.
No, that nothing Kaboom's in that.
Don't waste my time.
Don't waste my time. That's it.
don't waste
Like, do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Now do you get where I'm coming from? I'm not gonna go on their history and start saying, yeah, my man's this and my man's that. I don't know. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I just know when they drop their bangers, I know they drop their bangers.
Yeah,
After
but
that,
nah.
it was a freak of the week. Because in with that, you got the 100. You can't be talking about anyone's songs that are lower than that. Do you get what I'm saying? I spoke about Suspect, FBG. I spoke about C-Biz, The Game Is Mine.
So you telling me Freak of
Jumpy.
the Week isn't that
Yeah,
level?
your Freak of the Week is
Are
bigger
you
than the
sick,
game is
fam?
mine. Don't
Are you
act.
sick?
White people
Are
was
you
not
sick,
dealing with
G?
the game is
You're
mine.
tripping, G.
Bruh, Freak of the Week.
fam.
If you go to any
Oh
white
my
party, that's
days,
getting
bro.
rinsed now 7
Bro,
times.
I'm not gonna lie to
Oh my
you.
days,
Bro,
I'm not gonna
If
lie
you-
to you.
If you don't agree
You
with
keep, as soon as you mention, you
No,
go,
but tricky. That's what
catch
you,
what you said.
feel, innit?
But catch what you just said, though.
What did
you
I
just
say?
now
What did I
said,
say? What did I say?
Tricky. Catch any white place. You mentioned white people twice. Why? Cause that's their song. Within our culture, that weren't nowhere near Game Is Mine, bro. Not to me. That weren't not to
Yeah,
me,
but
bro.
tricky, blood. That's 'cause
Nah,
you're
bruv.
30-something
C-Biz
years
has had
old,
weddings
fam.
jumping, bruv. Don't mark the nigga.
And what Freak of the Week ain't?
Yeah, you can't say that it ain't. That's
Come
what I'm
on,
saying.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking personally. That's not my shit.
That's
innit?
what I'm saying. You're thinking personally, dog.
Like, I think
No
you man
one-
go and wind up in the club to
No,
fucking
I don't.
Chipmunk
I
and
don't.
Mavado
I
and
don't.
Freak of the
I
Week,
don't,
bruv.
bro. I
I
don't.
don't do
Nah,
that.
you
I
maybe
don't.
catch a
I
couple
don't.
minutes
But at the
to
same
Nah,
time,
bro, I'm not whining for no Freak of the
there's
Week,
like I
bro.
said,
I'm not that
there's
guy,
tunes-
bro. Like, I'm not built like that.
Bro,
Nothing
there's-
comes out of me when that
Bro.
song comes on. But when the game was on, like when the Game Is Mine comes on, I'm like, Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's kind of that's grittier though.
No, but bro, okay then, cool. But I'm
then-
talking about
But then
like
to
official
certain man-
bangers.
But then that's like the whole
That,
of nines.
no, that was a banger and it went somewhere. But
that's
I'm
like the
talking
whole
about
of Nines'
official
thing.
bangers, man.
That's like the whole of Nines' thing.
Yeah, it's true.
The whole of
Nines'
Nines'
whole catalogue
his whole catalogue.
is
Oh, you're talking about his album?
Is the Game Was Mine
Every
level.
album.
But most of his main bangers are the
Yeah,
Game
but
Was
I'm not
Mine
gonna.
level.
I'm not here to compete. I'm just
can't-
talking
I can't
about.
lie.
But I'm just talking about the effect that these. That I heard
Yeah,
that.
but when-
I heard that in a club more than.
Yeah, but you don't really. I'm not
I heard The Game Is Mine in a club more.
But it's not all about the club though. G.
I heard it at houses.
There's
I heard
always
it
a-
at weddings
Nah, it's
more.
not about, but that's all party
heard it
atmospheres.
everywhere,
That's
more.
party atmospheres, G. I'm talking the hardest was every settings. When you're with your G's them feeling crud. When you're in a rave. When you're just listening on
Game
your
Is Mine
headphones.
was as well. Please,
Exactly.
Please
Yeah,
put
nah,
your
I'll be
comments
honest,
below.
it was, it was.
Thank you. Fucking hell, it only took 28 minutes.
I'll be honest, it was.
Of course
But
it
a
was.
lot of other things were that level.
on a jet ski wave. That was on.
Yeah, that
Bro.
was that level. That was that level. That was that level.
Sneak Bowl.
Sneak Bowl.
Sneak
Man should
Bowl,
have spoken about Sneak Bowl.
Nah, we mentioned
Man
it.
should have
What
mentioned
was
it.
the first Sneak Bowl? Let me show you that track there.
Fam, he
Gas
had-
Gang Man, I don't. That
Yeah,
track
fam, he
there.
had that.
Was that the one with the bashment beat?
Yeah.
That
Touch
went
a button.
through the roof.
Touch a button.
And
yeah.
that
was,
track
that was peak.
Was the in between there?
Yeah, that
Do you
was.
get me? What I'm saying? That was another one, bro.
was.
Everywhere you went.
That was
That
like
a Hoods thing.
that was like
That
post
came,
gigs.
That came off of the postcode beef, like you mentioned. As well.
Yeah.
All
That's
of
when.
that the Sneak Bowl came off at all of that. All that talking about the Peckham and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a banger.
That's how you knew about
bangers.
it.
I'm talking, bro. Now you're getting. Oh, come on, bro. You see how hard work these guys are.
Nah, man.
You see how hard work they were, brother. It was good hard work, but you see how much hard work. Do you get what I'm saying? And now we finally got to the industry where we are.
See,
now.
put it this way.
And I like to think, and I'm so sorry to cut you, yeah. And now I think we're in an era where, like, one track can make anyone, and this wasn't, and it wasn't this before.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because now we get into the thing of talent.
do you know
no
what-
one cares about talent no more. Talent's way out the window. Talent's like taking the right back seat, and man's driving up front with no talent and just going.
Yeah, but
Do you get what I'm saying? Because
I
it's
think
that
I think it's coming back into its own still.
what
Obviously,
talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talented people, but there's a lot of
it ain't. It's not about
there's a lot of
talent.
ABC.
Yeah,
but you
it's
get my
about the
point.
moment. Yeah, it's
now
about
we're
the
on the same
moment.
side. Are we
Yeah,
back together
yeah,
now?
it's about the moment.
Yeah, we're friends
It's
again.
about the moment.
Yeah,
It's about
you're
the
back.
moment. Because like,
Do you get what I'm
put it this
saying?
way, not
Saying
to
it's not
no, hear
fair.
this.
No, bro.
Hear this.
Wiley and all of that.
Yeah.
These were creators,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm not trying to
Do you
take.
get what I'm saying?
Not to take away from guys like Notes and Rams but it's a thing where they found a formula that's worked for them and they're not leaving it because they're clocking every tune I make like this, bro. The Rams has
We're
about.
shouting about Talking the Hardest 12 years later. You know, Gigs made that, I think, 2006. Remember that?
It's mad. It's
I
mad.
don't think I'm gonna be singing about any barking business.
But bro, the
Like,
young
do you get what
youth
I'm
them
saying?
will though. That's what I'm talking about. The youth them
I
will.
think Giggs is Michael Jackson to those little niggas. I think there was
but bro,
about 6 like
but bro,
hearing Talking the Hardest,
but
and now
gee,
they're 16 loving it.
man's pops will come and listen to man's music and tell man run DMC or
But
something.
how would
I
you
don't
know shit? Remember you say like I know from my pops. How do you think my son's learning, bro? Like he's not, but they're learning in their
But you're
own
trying
ways
to tell me
now.
your son's not fucking with barking,
No, my son don't like that song.
bro.
That's
if,
not- that's
bro,
not-
whether
that's
he
not
don't
his
like
vibe.
it or not,
You know
whether
who
he
my
don't
son
like
likes?
it
You
or
know
not.
what my son likes? You know what my son likes? SL.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I see
No,
the,
but
I
that's a
see
cool
the,
thing,
I see the way
He's
your
like,
son.
see, I lost
Yeah,
my
yeah.
car. At least I never lost my car.
Yeah,
My son's
yeah.
coming in the yard like that.
I can't lie, even at that, I'm sipping this tropical weed.
Bro,
that tune's hard.
that
my
tune's
son
hard,
loves
that
that,
tune's
bro.
That tune is a
My
banger.
my son's that sort of guy. Like, do you get
But
what I'm saying?
I think that tune is a crossover for the drill youths to get on this map thing. Cause everyone's looking at the UK scene right now.
Yeah, like
I think-
Lowski.
I think SL and Lowski and that, and a couple other of them, they've got this thing that they can cross it over. If you put it on a beat that sounds like nice to the ear, innit?
See,
Like it works, innit? They found a formula. Like,
no,
I think
I love Lowski, man.
Lowski for
But
me had.
I love
like-
Lowski.
now the younger generation, there's a lot of people coming up in it.
For me,
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Now we got to this part of the industry and where it is, where there's a lot of people coming up. You got your Lowskis, you got your K Traps, you got
bro,
your.
if you was to ask a youth that's up to date, he'll tell you about 20 man, and and we've never had that before. You feel me? Before it'll be like I listen to Gigs. I listen to Rare I listen to
be
Boom.
similar.
I don't fuck with really them other man. Now I'm gonna tell you, yeah, this tune, that tune, Rare But for me, I'm not gonna lie, not to take away from them. I think a reason for that is there's not a lot of individuality no more. A lot of the music being made now is sounding very similar. Cause like I said, youths are finding out there's formulas and it's working. Like for me, Mist, every tune is the same flow.
I love Mist, but that's what I think as
every
well.
tune, fam. But every tune's
And
a
his-
banger, though.
and it's just-
But
it
'cause
just
it
rhymes,
works.
bro. It just rhymes like
It
fam
works.
with
'Cause
man
again,
and gang and
sometimes,
hand and-
sometimes when you're sitting
know what I
there
mean?
bunning your weed and that, you're not trying to listen to complicated flows
Yeah,
and
yeah.
mad bars. You're just trying to hear the rare tear and just flow. And
But at the same time, I
Yo,
respect
man.
it because I think you found your formula. Wouldn't
Yeah,
I just
man.
do that and just run with it?
yeah, fam, that's what it is. I'm not taking
it's
that
like
away
notes,
from them.
like every
fam.
time, as soon as you hear the beat and you hear this,
You
be
know
like,
it's-
all right, cool. I know what song this is gonna be. Like I love my girl and you know, and it's like fucking million
I
views.
can't lie, Heady One's got that. He's
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I saw that nigga like, at the after party to the GRM Awards. Yeah, he was there, and he's got
fucking
like some
cold.
tune.
Yeah.
That tune's cold,
Excellent
bro.
finish, Mo Salah. Cheese.
Bro,
Gee,
and the way
when
he's
I
just
tell
so cas, you know.
When I tell you, this year.
That was
Yeah,
a mini
yeah.
power moment. I'll be honest. That was a main. There's a couple main
There
drill
ain't been.
tunes.
I'm not gonna lie. When you want to put it up to the old
That
school,
was a mini moment. It was a mini moment.
like the power moments of today have been done talking. Did you see what I done? That's like an equivalent to a 21 seconds, bro.
Yeah,
I lie.
yeah.
I know my shit.
Yeah. Nah, but
That's
I'm not gonna
equivalent
lie.
to like a 21 seconds. Did you see what I done came in? That you understand what I'm saying? That's their equivalent, bro. Because they're gonna talk about that in 10 years' time.
Yeah, no word.
Do you get what I'm saying? They're gonna be talking about on the rap version, on the on the rap vibe. They're definitely 100%. I agree. They're gonna be talking about Fredo 100.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? They're gonna be talking about these bangers like we're talking about Giggsy like 12 years later.
No, but then I can't lie. This is showing that the scene now is way more versatile because you got man like the Gritty, and then you got a whole different side where you got like Notes, Kojo, Bane, like.
Oh, Baney as well, man. Oh,
get
when you're
me?
talking about this day and age,
Young
Bane's
and-
dope.
You get me? Like,
Bane,
there's
Young Ads,
young
like
ads,
these
like,
guys
they're
are
doing
just
their
proper
thing, G, and they're
mad
like-
talented.
But you get me?
Young
There's-
ads.
Mad
is
talented.
cold.
Yeah.
Mad talented.
He's cold.
Just so, and you know what it is? I tell man, like, you don't need, you can do whatever you want, bro.
Bro,
like,
sup, bro.
You can feel,
I'll
you can
be
feel it
honest.
through the
Hold on,
airwaves,
who's
the
Who's
chillness.
that you from Luton with the dreads?
Ah, I don't
He's-
like him,
You
man.
don't like him?
No,
What's his
bro.
name again? I
know
don't
what
really.
you're gonna
Do you know
say, and
what
I'm
it
mad
is?
you brought him
Shall
up,
I be
man.
honest?
Nath Smalls.
Nave Small. Shall I be honest?
Yeah,
Shall
man. I
be
don't know
honest,
what
yeah?
it is. Like,
Fam, I
he's
think
no young ads to me. Like, do you get what I'm saying? If
He's
I'm
a
gonna have
bit
a light skin
overrated,
with dreads,
fam,
bro,
man.
I'm picking young
He's
ads.
wavy, but it's a
So where
bit.
would you put
For me,
Bugsy
it's a
in
bit
all this?
forced.
Huh?
Where would you put Bugsy in all this?
I don't know where would you not put him. He's a grand man. That's you lot's section, bro.
That's not my section.
Where would you put him, bro?
I
really
can't
put-
lie, for lyricism, he goes
Bruv,
deep.
I'm not gonna lie, but you're going into it now. You're going into how good man are and shit.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
to know that
Yeah.
certain man that were mentioned, like, they're not even that good, fam. It's just they got the formula, G. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna. I know we keep going back to. I know we keep going back.
No,
to
but
my
I'm not
one.
gonna lie. I do see young Bane as
And then you
a
even got, like,
as a
Western
talented
and shit.
nigga. I
Yeah,
do see
nah,
young
that's
ads as a talented
Yeah,
nigga. I
but
don't
G,
think they're
they-
formula
they-
men.
Yeah, but
even
you
got
just
things like
mentioned
West, you
two
got,
men,
like,
fam.
No, but I don't think
There's
they're formula
I'm not
men.
saying
Now
that.
you got,
Yeah,
like, them
but
little
Rams
youths
is a
from, like,
formula
that
man.
little youth,
Notes
Dino,
is a
fam.
formula man. Fredo is a formula man.
Missed.
Mist is a formula man.
Fredo's a formula man.
Of course. He's a
Hustle-
formula man.
Jay
All his
Hustle's
all
a
his
formula
he's
man.
got the formula. All his tunes. I got
Sleepaw's
this
a
watch
formula
and I
man,
got
really.
this and it's too cold, fam. Why change it, bro?
Yeah, but there's
it's
bare
as
man
simple
that's
as
a
that.
formula man.
Yeah, bro.
DW's is a formula man going
Yeah,
to
but
Prime.
again, we're going
But it's
to
going away, but
yeah,
yeah,
we're
but like,
talking
there's
about
bare man that
we're
have got
talking about
formulas.
guys' formulas that's taking them places, innit? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie,
Alright, but
me,
DW won a
bruv,
Prime
come
Rating
on,
Awards.
man. But bro, it
That's down the day,
like
fam.
Trick
Get
said,
me?
if we're talking about DWE, we're gonna mention like 12 other men, fam. We're not trying to talk about 12 man. We're trying to talk about a one man that's come in and done the mad thing, fam. DWE didn't come in by. What was DWE's first banger, bro? What was it? Pow.
can't ask
There was
me.
about 12 other men on that tune.
Has he got a song called Pow?
She was on Pow. How can you
What's
say
Pow?
has he got? What's Pow?
No, he said Powell's on he was on Powell.
He went on Pow. Yeah, I'm Lee for the B. Pow. Yeah, no, no.
DWE wasn't on Pow.
I don't know, bro. We get
Yo,
nervous
this
about
tricky,
grime.
guys.
Grime.
You're fake East, man. You're fake.
Where's-
You're fake. You're fake. You're fake. I don't care. I don't care. I don't
Where's
care.
it your fake
fake now,
East,
you're
man?
fake East, man.
Because you don't know.
You're fake.
Oh, because I don't know about
You're
DWE.
Essex, man, or something. Yeah, Essex, them.
What do you think about
Yo.
that man like Big Nasty?
Huh?
Again, he's a guy, but he's
I'm
on
not gonna
a level.
lie. I never heard Big Nasty rap once until I heard him with Craig David.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. For me personally,
Not once in my life
you know
till
what
I
it
heard
is?
him in Craig
For
David,
me,
and I thought, "Raw, this guy
personally, I could
raps."
sit here and mention so many man in it, but at the same time, I have to admit that they didn't really do bits like that.
Yeah,
you
that's
feel
what I'm
me?
saying.
It's
like,
as simple as
change
that.
the
fam.
game.
Yeah.
Like notes to me. Notes,
Notes is
Kojo,
hard,
Young
though,
Bane, and Huss. To me, changed the game in that section. Do you get what I'm saying?
nah,
and brought a whole new wave,
100.
like everyone else to come and say, you know what, boom, 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 we're gonna do this. And you got the other ones doing their little.
You got Western now.
Oh yeah, and I put
Yeah,
Rams
West-
in there as well. Like
Yeah,
you get what I'm
Western,
saying?
Western are hard still.
Oh, their first banger as well.
Yeah,
Go on.
banger. That was a
That's
banger.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
shit like
keep a
that,
list
yeah.
of bangers from
Yeah.
21 seconds to Ross Clark. What's it
Yeah.
called? What was their tune?
Western.
Western's tune. What was Western's song?
Into.
And you mean I ain't even. Oh, banger,
Aye.
banger.
Aye.
Game-changing bangers
Bro.
that have come out, and that as soon as you mention their name, you're gonna know. Bam, raw for real.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Obviously, man. Yeah, nah, but there's
Yeah.
bare man ain't mentioned, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But there's always gonna be bear you don't mention. But as long as you try not to miss out, like
Yeah, no, we
like
keep
if
it going.
we've mentioned so many names that if you miss out about 5 to 10, cool. But we've kind of got you got the mains, innit? Like a man can't moan if you've not forgot bloody Skepta or Gigs. Do you get what I'm saying? Or Fredo for this era, or a Kojo for this era. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Because this is the new era of music that's coming out now, and this is the industry. What I was saying to you before, what we've built up an industry now, yeah, to where I believe. Remember them days where everyone will remember we was dying to get Americans on our tracks. dying. Like, bro, I'm gonna get this money and I'm gonna get this American guy on this track and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Now we've got our own industry where an English rapper will rather do a track with an English rapper rather than American. And that's why I think we're so powerful.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you get what I'm saying? We've built our own thing to where we've got our own level, we've got our own.
Fam, you know what it's like?
Premiership and
You know what
Division
it's,
One
you know
level
what
of
it's
rappers.
like? You see how it's like in Jamaica and America, where there's just a new artist all the time. That's what it's got to, innit? Where a man don't even care, like, who he's affiliated with. Yeah, there's still that. If a man's with a man, you'll kind of warm to him more, but man are just coming out of nowhere now.
Yeah.
And it's just, wow, bang.
No one don't care.
Who's this? Who's this?
No one don't care about the guys that come out of nowhere
You always
no more.
got to ask, who's this now? You understand? Before, you just know it's gigs, it's rare tests, rare. Now it's raw. Who's this? New you. Raw. Who's this? All the time, fam. Not no once every 6 months. Every
But there's
new
enough
banger,
rappers- there's enough
bro.
rappers in
Every
this day
new
and
banger
age.
is a different you.
But don't you remember? You see, as you man was saying with the this man, the that man, the roadside, the this man, the Skrilla. Don't you remember back in the day when you heard a man, you knew exactly where he was from.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you question. You don't even know. There's a rapper out there, and I'm
I hear
thinking
you.
like, I don't even know where he's
But I
from
think
now.
That's along with like the names that they give themselves. Still.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like, I think nowadays, I think the lingo's kind of changed. Though. With drill, it's a new kind of lingo that's come into existence. Like, they
They're
have
a
their
new
own-
changeover still.
The younger generation have a little. It's different now.
Put it this
It's a
way.
different kind of.
Let me break it down, yeah?
understanding
Let me
it,
break it down because you're talking the realness. You see, man's talking 21 seconds. That's all like man in TN caps, Reebok tracksuits and that. Then man's got like the grime era where man's kind of in like baggy tracksuits and Avericks, fitted caps.
lot of 29.
Yeah, all of them academics. Then man's moved on to like the gigs time now. Man's got the designer, like the nice little, you feel me, a little Ralph or whatever. Everyone's trying to do that. Then we've kind of like gone back to here kind of thing, innit? Because like we're all in fitted tracksuits again, crepes with air bubbles, caps with all this and that. You feel me? Like we've it's a cycle, you feel me? But it's like we've gone back here and we've taken everything and put it back to this one moment, you feel me? So it's like it's got the kind of professionalism from so let me finish. Bruv, you just mashed my flow, cuz I can't remember what I was saying now, fam. That's what I'm saying. Gee. You just break a man's something, blood, all the time. Blood, it's like this in life, bruv. If you know me, bro, and you know K-Dot, you know this is life. You know this ain't scripted. You know this ain't scripted, blood. K-Dot, mash my rhythm. That was a speech, blood. I was talking sense.
Man, this is Lippy.
I was
This is
talking
Lippy
sense.
down, man. You messed me up.
Blood, I can't remember, blood. I can't remember, blood. Make sure you don't edit this out. Don't edit it out.
Oh, man said you mashed me up,
Blood,
you know.
you wrap me up, blood. I can't
shit.
remember. I can't remember, fam, but that was some real shit what I was about to say in it. It's as simple as this.
Oh, don't kill me, bro. Don't kill me.
Yeah,
That
nah.
made me burst out in a sweat.
Yeah,
That
nah,
killed me. That's
real
what we
shit,
tried, bro.
real shit.
You see, man, you killed me, man. All the time, bro. Had something good. And he forgot it straight away. You see how quick he forgot it? Fucking ain't half a second, bro. You was talking, you was talking about Sutton, and he just come in with Skepta. Out of nowhere.
You was talking about the way the fashion has changed and it's come back.
Yeah.
But then that's why I said hold tight Skepta.
Yeah,
For
but
what?
Because he's
When?
get the tracksuit thing.
yeah, but again, it's different. If you ask Lowski and them man there who influenced you when you were growing up, they're not gonna say Skepta. They're gonna say
Thank
gigs and
you,
that.
bro.
They're gonna say gigs and that. But that's what I'm saying. But they've taken elements of everything that is gone back in it. I don't know how. It's just the way of the times,
Yeah,
innit?
it's way of the
Same
times,
way I
innit?
don't know how grime died. Something just happened, innit? Where a man saw something and they just caught a light to it, innit? And it's like I think what it is, what I personally think what it is a man clocked like that era like was us. That was like they took all them things and they made it us. You feel me, fam? These drill youths are unapologetically British. Like they do not. Yeah, they use little American. I'm not gonna lie. Even drill music, the term drill music is from America, and it's from Chicago. But they've made it their own something, innit? All this. Fair enough. It's very negative. All the half the tunes they're saying the same lingo, the same. Cause it's just it's their thing, innit? It's like how grime was, but it's just way more crazy. It's like a phenomenon, fam. It's just the effect it's had, and the fact it's got like the J Hus and that like alongside it. It's like a man's got a variety. You feel me? When a man was listening to gigs, they weren't like a little sweet tune man could listen to. You feel me?
I think what they've built, if we're talking about the younger generation, I feel they've built like 3 sections. Like you've got your notes and your rams, you've got your low-ski and your drillers, you got your rappers, like your
Fredos, because that's not drill.
I would say Dave.
Yeah.
Dave's Santan Dave. He's right across there. Like so, Dave's there, Notes is
Well, I
there,
think Dave-
and Lowski's there. Dave, Notes, and Lowski do 3 different types of music.
Yeah, it's true.
You can't get no more different. One's drill, one's
I think
a
Dave's
Kendrick
close.
Lamar type rapper.
Yeah, but I think Dave's close to like Wretched now.
Yeah, that is the
I
same
think
as
that's
Rex.
the same category. Like
It
I
is.
think-
No one's not denying that. No one's denying that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about that age group, innit? That sort of era.
Alright, they're
Wretch is
era.
like a different era, innit? Wretch is
But
like...
Wretch is still, that is
But
still
Wretch
here.
came from grime though.
Yeah.
Wretch is like,
He's still
I
here
don't know.
now. He's crossed over.
Yeah, he is, fam. But at the same time, he ain't had a moment. He's just a guy, innit? It's as simple as that. He's an elite talent, a generational talent. Yeah, he crossed over. He's a musician.
what I was
innit?
saying about
He's
Chipmunk.
a musician. Yeah, same as
That's a good
Chipmunk.
way to say it, a generational
yeah,
talent.
That's the same.
I
yeah.
wasn't disrespecting
yeah,
him.
That's the
I was just
same as
saying he
Chipmunk.
ain't had that
a
moment, but
generational
he's been
talent.
there.
They're guys.
He's been like a Fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous ain't had that crazy moment, but...
Yeah, he's a
Well, actually,
generational
maybe
talent.
he did when his first album come out.
Yeah,
But not
he's
that... Like that... Do you know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
just a general...
Again, it's
You
a gen-
understand?
put it
I'm
this
going to
way.
go all the way through generations. I'm still
Yeah,
going to be
it's a
talented.
guy that
I'm
was-
always going to be up
yeah.
there. I'm always going to do my thing. I'm always
But he
going to drop
didn't have
bangers.
a moment.
You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to be able to spit.
It's like, you get me? You got Cristiano Ronaldo's and you got Messi's and then you got De Bruyne. You feel me, fam? Where you'll always remember him going forward, but you're never going to chat about him in them and there's like...
Chipmunk's like a Eden Hazard.
Yeah, he's a De Bruyne.
He's going to perform every season.
Yeah, but he's
You know
not.
what I'm saying? But are you going to be
When you're
remembered
60,
like the Messis and the Ronaldos,
Yeah, put it this way.
who are the Skeptors and the Giggses?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You feel
No,
me?
they're just, it's just the way it
Giggs
is. It's
is
no disrespect.
R9. Giggs is R9. R9.
It's no disrespect, like, you get what I'm
Hardest of
saying?
all time. But yeah, fam.
You're fuming that he fucked you up, innit?
Fuck
Made you miss your
me,
point.
bro. That was I was about to say something hard, fam.
Boom!
Boom.